Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, where we decode what's really going on behind those fancy corporate filings. Today, we're diving into Community West Bankshares' latest report, and let's just say it looks like they're hitting the road to talk to investors, but what are they really saying between the lines? Alright, so Community West Bankshares is gearing up to meet with investors at the Raymond James US Bank and Banking on Technology conferences happening on September 3rd and 4th. This means their executive team, including their CFO, Shannon Livingston, will be out there presenting their latest story. Now, these meetings are pretty standard for publicly traded companies. They're opportunities to update investors on how the company is doing, what its future plans are, and to answer any questions people might have. Think of it as a check-in from the company's leadership to the people who own a piece of it, the shareholders. This specific filing is a Form 8K, which is like a special announcement. Companies use it to report major events that shareholders should know about right away. In this case, the big news seems to be their participation in these investor conferences and the accompanying presentation. The core of this report, at least the part they're highlighting, is their investor presentation. This document labeled Exhibit 99.1 is what they'll be sharing with potential and current investors. It's where all the key information about the company's performance and future outlook typically resides. Community West Bankshares has its common stock registered on the Nasdaq under the ticker symbol CWBC. This is important because it tells us where they are listed and how people can buy and sell shares of the company. Being on a major exchange like Nasdaq means they have to meet certain standards and publicize a lot of information. Now, while this filing doesn't contain deep financial tables or numbers we can dissect for trends, it does signal a period of active engagement with the investment community. The fact that they are presenting at 2 conferences in consecutive days suggests that management feels they have a story worth telling, likely focused on recent performance and strategic direction. It's their chance to either build confidence or address any concerns investors may have. On the surface, Shannon Livingston, their Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer, has signed off on this report. This shows that the financial side of the company is aware of and approving of the message being shared with investors. When we look at this filing, the main takeaway is the company's proactive approach to investor relations. They are choosing to be visible and communicate directly with the market. This can be a good sign, indicating confidence and a desire to manage investor expectations. However, without the actual content of the investor presentation attached to this specific 8K, we can only infer what they might be emphasizing. Are they highlighting strong growth, new initiatives, or perhaps trying to explain away a less rosy picture? That's the real story we'd want to see in the presentation itself. Looking at companies like Community West Bankshares, which operates in the banking sector, investor sentiment can be heavily influenced by economic conditions, interest rate policies, and of course, their own specific performance metrics like loan growth, deposit stability, and profitability. Banks that can effectively navigate these factors often see their stock prices reflect that stability and growth. The fact they're out talking to investors suggests they believe they have positive developments to share, or are at least prepared to address any questions head on. My take on this is that this filing is primarily about communication and perception management. They are setting the stage for these conferences. The real substance will be in the presentation they deliver. If the presentation focuses on solid earnings, strategic expansion, and manageable risks, it could boost investor confidence. If it's vague or defensive, it might signal underlying issues they are trying to downplay. It's always a good practice to look for the actual investor presentation that accompanies these types of filings to get the full picture. Alright, that's our quick decode of Community West Bankshares' latest filing. What are your thoughts on their investor outreach strategy? Do you think these conferences will lead to positive movement for CWBC? Let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more corporate dives. And don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description for more discussions and to connect with fellow analysts. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Decode.